Grand Rising, and welcome back to the Dream World podcast. Today I'm going to talk about the biggest life hack on earth for us humans, and that's lucid dreaming. Really, dreaming in general, there's so many benefits to it. You can understand your subconscious better, you can manifest and create anything you want, just learn more about yourself and your life, talk to your spirit guides. There's millions of benefits and ways that it can help you in your waking life. Whether you're spiritual or not, lucid dreaming is just something really cool that everybody has access to. So if you're new to lucid dreaming or you just want to learn more about it, tune in and let's talk a little bit about what it means, what the techniques are, and how you can understand your dreams better. Us humans spend a third of our lives asleep, which is kind of a lot of time if you think about it. That's a big chunk. And most of us just sleepwalk through our dreams just as mindlessly as we walk through life. We don't really realize it. We just go to sleep, we wake up, we don't really make it much of our daily practice to really think about our dreams. And much is known about the purpose of sleep itself, but the science behind dreaming is kind of still being studied and understood. But it's definitely gaining interest. It kind of started back to Sigmund Freud. He started drawing attention to the interpretation of dreams in the late 19th century. He introduced the idea of subconscious representation of our desires through dreams. So that's kind of, although he was a little controversial, it's more widely accepted now that dreams do help us sort through our memories, process emotions, analyze our daily experiences. But what's interesting, though, is our dreams are more than just a breakdown of our daily experiences. A lot of studies recently have suggested that there's a lot more abstract imagination rather than sensory perception to create our dreams. And this is interesting because we hear stories of people that have learned legendary things through their dreams, like Paul McCartney creating Yesterday, or the dream-inspired construction of the periodic table of the elements, by the way. All these things that people have discovered or created in their dreams that have become legendary in humanity, it kind of shows that dreams are more than just a byproduct of sleep. Lucid dreaming helps regulate our mood, and it's really good for people with anxiety, in particular nightmares, because the whole idea is that when you realize you're dreaming in your dream, you can change the scene to anything you want, and it doesn't become as scary anymore. So you really become in control of the situation. We can actually dream during any phase of sleep, like when you're waking up or when you're falling asleep. That's kind of like the transition period when you're kind of transitioning over to the dream world. But most of our dreams happen during REM sleep or rapid eye movement. And what's interesting about REM sleep is that our brain activity, our brain waves, is similar to that of when we're awake. So it makes sense why people experience lucid dreaming in this phase, and they become aware of the fact that they're dreaming. They can change the storyline, environment, and the content of the dream and do anything they can imagine. And this is like a state of reality when the conscious and the subconscious mind are open at the same time, and a lot of amazing things can happen. There's been people that use lucid dreaming to practice their skills or sports or improve the quality of their life. You can literally rehearse these skills while you're asleep, and you actually create those neural pathways in your brain that make you become better at the skill in real life. This has been proven. So when we're doing something in our dream that we can't normally do in real life, like for example, I've been wanting to get into my splits. So when I'm lucid dreaming, I literally just do splits on splits on splits and all this crazy flexible stuff that I can't do in real life, and I've actually gotten better. So we experience highly physical sensations of movement and coordination in a fully realistic scale while you're dreaming. It's a multisensory world, and your body remembers this when you wake up, and we instinctively know what to do. It's a skill that anybody can develop with enough effort and motivation, and consistency really is the key. You can lucid dream more often and get better at it. It's kind of like safe mode or practice mode in this video game of life that we're all in. So if you want to learn how to lucid dream, there's a lot of different techniques, and you should try out different things because different things work for different people. If you look up online the lucid dreaming techniques, you'll find a bunch of different ones, such as mild, mnemonic-initiated lucid dream, wake-initiated lucid dream, or wild, the finger-initiated, senses-initiated. There's a bunch of them, right? The whole goal of all of them, they kind of do the same thing in different ways. They try to keep your mind alert while your body falls asleep so that you can become aware and you can either slip right into your dreams or realize that you're dreaming while you're already asleep. The most popular technique, which is the mnemonic one, mild, you say affirmations to yourself while you fall asleep. You tell yourself, I'm going to realize that I'm dreaming. I'm going to have a lucid dream. And you stay really still and you just focus on your dream that's forming in front of you, and you just keep remembering that you're going to be there in your lucid dream. Tell yourself whatever helps for you to get into that dream state. People meditate, people focus on their senses, which is a senses induced. They tap their fingers, different ways to keep your mind awake, right? Another thing you can do is the wake back to bed technique. A lot of people combine this with one of the induction techniques, and you set your alarm for like 5 to 6 hours after you go to sleep. And then when you wake up, you don't move much, maybe use the bathroom, you get back to bed, and you kind of use this awakening to slip into your dream. And that's a stage called hypnagogia, when your mind is still fresh and hazy. Right when you wake up and right when you fall asleep, you're not really fully awake. You're on the edge of consciousness. So it's a really easy time if you practice to slip in and out of your dreams by staying awake and just kind of keep your mind awake. Some people might have trouble with insomnia when they try to stay awake or try to think about things, but it's a meditation practice that gets easier the more you do it. Aside from these techniques, there's 2 really important things that are crucial if you want to start to lucid dream at all, or if you want to get better at it, and that's dream journaling and a reality check. Both of these things are done during your normal life to increase the chances of becoming lucid in a dream. The consistency of these things are really important if you're serious about lucid dreaming, and it really does raise the chances of having a lucid dream. So a reality check is a type of mindfulness exercise that you perform throughout the day that differentiates if you're asleep or awake. So what you do is every hour or every few hours, maybe set an alarm on your phone, you stop and you really think to yourself, am I dreaming right now or am I awake? And you can maybe look at your hands or pull your fingers, because your hands might feel weird or look different in a dream. And if they look normal, you know, okay, I'm not dreaming. And this feels weird because we know we're awake. We're 100% sure, right? But the idea is to form this habit so that when you're dreaming, you'll be like, am I dreaming? And you're going to think you're awake, but then, whoa, your hand will stretch out like rubber and you'll be like, wait a second, I'm dreaming. True story, it actually happened to me. So I've had many, many lucid dreams through reality checks, and I'm mind blown every time because you really think it's real life. So in real life, when you're just like, oh, I know I'm awake, so I'm not going to bother, like, you have to really do the mental process, because that habit will form into your brain and seep into your dream life. So the dream journaling is another important part of building the muscle memory of dreaming. In order to have lucid dreams, you have to remember them. You have to wake up and recall your dream. So the most important way to get better at recalling your dreams is by writing them down. As soon as you wake up, you can do it on your phone or on a piece of paper, whatever works best for you. So that way you won't forget them. And another cool thing is that you can see patterns throughout your dreams over time and start to put things together, and it's just really interesting. They even have a bunch of phone apps where you can write your dreams down, you can protect them with password. The apps will help you analyze them and interpret them and find patterns. So there's a lot of good insight out there for dream journaling, and it's really important to just practice the muscle memory of dreaming. Aside from these main techniques, there's different type of external simulation that you can use to boost your lucid dreams. There's a few brands of sleep masks and headbands that provide the stimulation in certain phases of your sleep cycle, and that helps you have lucid dreams. It also helps you track your sleep. There's also a few different supplements and herbs like mugwort, for example, or valerian root that increase your REM sleep and the vividness of your dreams. There's also a thing called binaural beats, which maybe you've heard about it. There's a lot of those YouTube playlists for just healing frequencies that you can play while you sleep. There's some for manifestations and different things. Basically, what binaural beats do is they match your brainwaves when they're in the theta and delta frequencies, which are the prime brainwaves for dreaming. So it helps achieve those frequencies by playing them at the same time in a vibrating fashion. So the oscillation of the sound creates an effect on the brain, which allows you to enter different states to match the theta frequencies. So those brain frequencies, which are associated with the hypnagogic stage of consciousness, it's like that transitional state between wakefulness and sleep just before you cross over into the dream world. So I'm an artist, and sometimes I have trouble ignoring my inner critic, but when I'm in a dream, I feel less critical towards my attempts at art, and my attitude frees me to experiment with different things. The dream world is a world ruled by imagination. The spontaneity of what can happen in a dream gives you your most powerful and original creations, which you can take back to waking reality and turn into art. All you have to do is really just do some research, stay consistent with it, find a technique that works for you, and you can have more lucid dreams. Like, anyone can do it. For centuries, people have turned to dreams for artistic inspiration. You have Salvador Dali and other surrealists that have used dreams to depict alternate realities or hybrid animals or weird scenarios. Even Van Gogh said, "I dream my paintings and then I paint my dreams." So if you like this episode and you want to learn more about dreaming, follow and subscribe and check us out on our next episode. And if you have any specific questions or things you want to learn about, just send a message or leave a review. Or even if you have any crazy dream experiences that you want to share with me, come on the show and tell us all about it, because I want to know everything. I want to explore the universe and get to know the dream world. So check out the Dream World podcast next time on Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon, or whatever you use. And also check us out on FeedSpot blog. We were ranked number 7 on the top 15 lucid dreaming podcasts you must follow in 2021. So check it out. The link is in the description below. So thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time. Peace and blessings.